Some breaking news. Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp are down. And they usually go down this trio together because they all belong to the same company, the parent company. Facebook, they probably share the same infrastructure and some service, probably one centralized single point of failure. And I'm going to give you a summary of what might be the cause, obviously. We know very little because this is a very early situation. And then we can go dive deep into what my preliminary analysis of the situation. Then we're going to call it a day. We're going to have to wait for the outage report from Facebook so we can make more detailed assessment of the situation. Let's jump into it. So it seems that this started around 9 a.m. PST, Pacific time, Standard Time. And Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagrams are not reachable. You can feed it through the app first. But if you even try to go to the website, facebook.com and whatsapp.com, the DNS never resolves to an IP address, which is a very clear indication that the DNS servers are not reachable or the DNS couldn't resolve to an IP address. We've seen a lot of outages start always with DNS, right? Microsoft big outage last year or earlier this year, had the same problem. Instagram, on the other hand, actually resolves to an IP address, but what happens is eventually gets you a 500 error. And this also might be a DNS problem, mainly because the back end of Instagram could not resolve the DNS to get to its back end fleet. That's a summary. So yeah, it's boring. DNS. I wish it was something as fascinating as the Kinesis outage. That was the most fascinating outage. We learned so much from the Amazon Kinesis outage. I learned so much. It was a fascinating outage. We need less boring outage. This is a boring outage. Let's get into the details if you're interested. All right. I tried to document this thing live as I just investigate the situation. So WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook are down. When I tried to access WhatsApp, I got this error, 502 bad gateway. And this might be my fault. The reason is because I had man-in-the-middle proxy on my phone, so I can intercept any requests, right? And that's a clear error, bad gateway from man-in-the-middle telling you that you couldn't reach whatsapp.com. If you did try to go to whatsapp.com directly, the DNS wouldn't even resolve and wouldn't give you anything. The same thing was for Instagram. Instagram was actually different. Instagram does resolve, but it gives you like this 500 server error. We're going to get into more details. I was able to extract more useful details from the response header of Instagram. We're going to get to that. But going to facebook.com, same thing. We couldn't resolve, but that's why you get a bad gateway. That's the man-in-the-middle proxy that I installed giving me that error effectively. So yeah, I mentioned that Instagram is the only backend I can TCP, so I can establish the TCP connection. I can establish TLS 1.3 to the Instagram reverse proxy, whatever that thing is, to the IP address that DNS resolved to. We get a response headers. That's the interesting thing. Look at this. We get a beautiful, so good. Look at this. Reverse proxy actually tells us that the proxy status. This is fascinating. It tells you the proxy status, no server available. So yeah, so the reverse proxy clearly couldn't resolve a backend to serve and to kind of just send the request to. So it just said, die. So that's why that's the idea. I think the DNS is the problem here. For some reason, Instagram uses another DNS provider. Right? Not different than Facebook, but that's just the idea. I think this is all a shared pool of servers, and all they are all using Facebook DNS, and that thing is down, right? Let's continue. What else I found? Okay, this is just what I found. I found that there is a proxy status header. There is a is proxy error property. There is a bunch of string. I didn't want to copy it here or show it to you because I don't know if because sometimes Facebook and Instagram show you details about your machine, about your IP address. I don't want to show it to you guys because I have no idea what this thing is. But you just do a curl-v. You can clearly see that thing, right? I couldn't decode it. It looks like a base 64, but I couldn't decode it. So we don't know what the error is. But if I would guess, it's DNS, probably. Very odd. Again, so though earlier I didn't know it was DNS. So here I actually confirmed. I tried to do NS lookup on Facebook.com, can't find server. WhatsApp, can't find server. Instagram, actually we got a server. We got this IP address from Instagram. And yeah, so if I would guess, again guys, I think it's a DNS problem. Maybe, right? 99.999% it's a DNS problem. And that explains why Instagram couldn't reach its backend. That also explains why you couldn't reach Facebook directly, Facebook reverse proxy and WhatsApp reverse proxies, right? And if this thing is down, it's a single point of failure. I know people don't like to call DNS a single point of failure because DNS is distributed by design, but in the grand what do you call this? A grand scheme of things. Look at that, it's trending. Instagram, Facebook is down. Yeah, in the grand scheme of things, it is technically a single point, a global single point of failure. Even that because you're relying on this thing that is DNS. Yeah, but eventually DNS will always talk to the root until it finds the authoritative, and if the authoritative is down, you're down effectively, right? And that makes it kind of a point of a single point of failure. I don't know, guys. What do you think? What do you think might cause it? Is it something more interesting than actual DNS? I really hope so. But let's wait and see the Facebook report. And it seems like this thing is still down. Let's take a look. Let's see if this thing is still down. Ping. Facebook.com modis. It's still down. All right, guys. I'll update you if I find anything else. Talk to you later. Bye bye.